very impressed. I'm at the National Newspaper Office on Guinea Drive. National Newspaper is usually called a big red house as opposed to its competitor, the Papua house at Lost Road, Konidobu in Port Moresby. So I came over here to get some documents to confirm my former employment with the national newspaper. So I worked for about a year here before I left. Good to catch up with Linda, who is a famous street vendor here, and wow, it's been exciting that she amazing that she didn't forget me. So we had a good chat, and her market was actually a lifesaver for a lot of us. We used to catch up for some wine and smoke and get some bit of money to have a bit of beer and so forth. So Linda is still surviving. It's really good to meet her and take a bit of selfie with her. Now coming back to the national newspaper, it was a very interesting 12 months for me. I left for some personal reasons, but apart from that, I learned a lot about editorials while at the newspaper here. Our friend Senge Kolma was my editor-in-chief, and he actually recruited me, and his emphasis on was about, we got to learn about critical thinking and writing. He said he can't do editorials every day, and when I was here I learned a lot, and I tried to contribute, and I could see some impact that actually had on me. Some of my stories got published. About 2 of them helped me to earn an award that I took some study tour to Canberra in Australia and so forth. So he challenged us to write commentaries, editorials, features, focus, and all this apart from our news writing, and it's to do with expanding our scope of knowledge, to criticize, to critically think and write for our readership. Well, at the courthouse, he used to say those people who go there and they sit down and wait for the judge to finish and get decisions, it's just not right. Every time you got to take notes. So I've tried that and it worked. It actually cuts down your time in production. You know what the story is already. Even if the judge is reading a 66-page document that takes about 2 to 3 hours, you can condense a story, a good story, with quotes. Just because you have already taken notes, you've been very attentive, you understood the story. The condense at the end bit is the decisions, and your story is just within an hour you can come up with 300 or 400 word stories. So that was what I learned from the national, and I really appreciate the experience that I had with the national newspaper on Guinea Drive in Port Moresby. Now, having said that, I'm not promoting any national newspaper about the ownership and logging and so forth. Its editorials are independent, and it's been really good. At the back end, they have some really good editors who's got international experience, and they copy clean and they sub and they get stories. So if you look at the quality of stories that come out from the national newspaper, it's a very, very high standard.